All right. So there are countless factors that contribute to a healthy body. And us as humans, we must manage things like our nutrition, our sleep, our rest, stressors on our mind, on our body, the toxins that we're bombarded with in order to maintain our most optimal health, right? And so, in addition to all the daily demands that come with caring for our bodies and our health, we must deal with things like genetics, right? And a dozen of other factors that can actually influence our health overall. And we still have a great deal of control over how it is that we feel, how it is that we function, and then how we look physically. And so part of cultivating and maintaining that healthy body is the ability to sustain a healthy weight. And it turns out our ability to maintain a healthy weight has many implications for other areas of our body and our overall health as well. So sometimes when we carry around a little bit of extra weight, or we have poor weight management habits, that can actually lead to being overweight. And there's a very much so a widespread concern of obesity. And it's very frequently an issue for children, adults, and pretty much it's in all countries, right? And we notice now with a lot of research that it has a lot to do with our processed foods and also sometimes living a sedentary lifestyle. And so there's going to be some things that we definitely know in our whole lifetime that how we deal with and how we manage our weight overall. So, when we hear the word fat, it tends to have a negative connotation to it. And it's not necessarily that our bodies want to store all this fat. Our bodies sometimes actually store more fat because of what it is that we're responding to in our lives. And so sometimes the functions that our body has can be out of order, so to speak. And so we want to keep our things like our hormones, our genetic regulations, mechanics, how we're moving. We want to maintain those things in the areas so that we can best maintain our weight. So we're going to talk a little bit today about understanding weight, and then also breaking through some of the frustrations, and then learning how to master our metabolism. So I don't know about you, but we've all probably pretty much been in this lady's shoes right here, where she wants to take the scale and chuck it across the room, or maybe run it over with a car a few times. It never says what it is that we want to hear, right? Anybody felt like that? Right. Exactly.
All the time that I got rid of the scale.
Exactly. So, what are some of the things that we struggle with when it comes to our weight, and getting frustrated with the weight loss process as a whole? I know that in my journey, one of the things we struggle with is just, number one, knowing what diet to actually follow, right? Anybody ever had that as a frustration? Yeah. Or maybe you work out, you're eating everything that's correct, and the scale's still not moving. Big, huge frustration, right? You're like, hey man, I'm working out twice as hard as Sally over there, and she's over here shedding pounds, and I'm holding on to everything. That is some, nonsense, right? Sometimes we can follow really, really well the plan, like day 1, day 2, we get to like week 3, all of a sudden we hit a plateau, right? That anybody had that happen? Maybe 6 weeks, whatever. Or you just all of a sudden stop responding to the plan that you're using. There's times where we feel really tired, fatigued, or angry on a diet plan that might not be quite right for us. There's times where we're good all day. So maybe like your breakfast and lunch, you're like, I am kicking butt, I'm doing fabulous. And then dinner rolls around, you have this very nice, sensible dinner. And then something happens like somewhere between 8 and 11 o'clock at night, where like the hunger monster gets a hold of you and you want to clean out your pantry with your face. Anybody that ever happened to, where you're like, oh, snackaholic right here, right? And then you're like, oh, why'd I do that? I was so good all day, you know, but then all those cravings kick in and you feel uncontrolled. So those are some of the things that we see and deal with as far as when it comes to weight management and following a plan. So some of the problem that we have is, you know, there really are no two people the same. So when it comes to something like diet, exercise, weight management, we can't slap the one size fits all solution on it, right? And this is because there are no two bodies that are exactly the same. So there's basic principles. If I just make a deficit of what I'm putting in and what I'm expending, then I should lose weight, right? Technically, that's in theory what we're told, and how the basic principles of fat loss and weight loss work. And so this explains how a body should function. But we have those variables where we have health concerns, we have genetics, we have injuries, we have hormone issues and hormone regulation problems. We have sensitivity to insulin or desensitized insulin. And so all these can drastically affect our bodies on an individual level, making it sometimes really easy for some people to lose weight, and then sometimes really difficult for some people to lose weight. So just know that, you know, there's a lot of programs that are out there. There is no one size fits all. There just simply cannot be, because every single one of us is different and there are no two bodies completely alike. So Dena, tell us a little bit about not having any quick fixes.
Yeah, so that's what, you know, you see all these things. I was just going through this with my daughter. You know, you see these advertisements like, take this pill and you're going to lose 20 pounds this week and your belly's going to be flat. And, you know, and so there's all these quick fixes out there. But the problem is that it's definitely not healthy to lose that much weight that quickly. And it's also very difficult. You know, I mean, it's, you really just can't take a pill and you're going to lose 20 pounds in a week unless you're starving yourself and vomiting or something. You know, it's just really just not a realistic thing that can happen. And it isn't healthy. It's not healthy for your body. So the thought of losing weight instantly or with no little workout, you know, take this, you don't have to work out, you don't have to do anything, you're just going to lose weight. It's very alluring. It's very enticing, because of course we'd all love to just like sit on the couch and all of a sudden 20 pounds are gone. That would be fabulous, but it's just not realistic and it's not healthy for your body. So the ideas behind healthy weight management are actually quite simple. It's just the fundamentals. We have to eat healthy, we have to exercise, we have to drink water, take things that are just going to help us, and that's a more realistic, you know, outlook. But that quick fix, it's just not realistic. And even if we do lose weight quickly, we tend to gain it back just as quickly. So getting our body set in a way that we're losing weight at a healthy pace and learning what maybe is causing us to not be able to lose weight so that we can then achieve that weight loss at a good pace and keep it off is what's optimally going to be healthier for us. Oops.
Yes. So definitely making those lifestyle changes for the better, because I mean, when we think about, you know, what it is that thinner people are doing and how they're living, does it look different from the way an obese person lives their life? Yes, normally yes. Sometimes no, but majority of the time, yes. So adopting the lifestyle changes that are going to be more geared towards being thinner, like understanding the benefits of exercise, which also helps to promote better sleep, which also helps to reduce our stress level and helps to eliminate food cravings and some of the unhealthy things that we desire to eat. And then also making the beneficial, healthy changes to our meals is going to help to benefit our overall heart health. It's going to give us the nutrients that we need to create stronger muscles and bones, among other things, right? And it's going to help improve our overall mood. And then the benefits of both are going to be promoting more weight loss, supporting a longer, more stronger lifespan, and elevating our cognitive function. We know that with eating more processed foods and more sugar, studies show that it deteriorates our health. It causes massive inflammation. It totally drives disease. And so if we can go the other way and really, go back to, if you can read it and understand what it is, it's probably better for you, we can all pretty much agree on that, right? And that's going to help to protect your body against other health issues and the breakdown of your joints and your brain function. Those are definitely things that we want to make sure that we are prolonging. Dena, tell us a little bit about common goals.
So, with weight management, we usually all have some common goals in mind. Like we want to have healthy, it'll help us with healthy digestion. It'll support and boost our metabolism. We want increased motivation and the mood necessary for exercise and a healthy lifestyle. I know that's a big one. I've been talking to my daughter since quarantine started about starting a program and just getting us motivated and in the right mood to actually start it. Because once you start something and you get it going and it becomes a habit, it's much easier to maintain. But that starting it and keeping it going for at least 7 days is the hardest part. But once we can do that, so we just haven't hit that part yet, but I'm hoping maybe this will be the week. We also want to manage hunger cravings and avoid overeating and maintain a regular, sustainable exercise routine, something that we know we can keep up with. Even in business of life, we can still fit it in.
Awesome. Yeah, so let's delve into these a little bit more and then see how essential oils can help. Now, first off, if we want massive nutritional impact, your bodies cannot repair, it can't rebuild, it can't restore, it can't remove toxins. Toxins are usually the reason that we have a lot of weight on. So our fat cells have a layer of toxins around them. Your body can't even get to that fat cell till it breaks down that toxic layer. And so really making sure that you've got the tools on board to break down that toxic layer, to get to that fat cell, to remove that fat cell, you're going to need some nutrients. And so using either the daily nutrient pack or the lifelong vitality. So the daily nutrient pack consists of the omega and the microplex, and then the lifelong vitality is the trio, which adds in the alpha CRS. Those are going to be a humongous powerhouse for making sure that your body gets what it needs to ditch the weight. So one of the people that this made a humongous impact for was ginger. So my mom had rheumatoid arthritis, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, hypothyroid, plantar fasciitis. She was pre-diabetic. She was 60 pounds overweight, had tried to lose weight multiple times, couldn't even shed a pound, was taking high quality supplements. She goes, you know what, let me go ahead and just try this stuff. I was doing some research. It looks pretty good. If I don't like it, it has a 30-day money back guarantee. I will go ahead and just switch back to my other stuff. And I'm like, well, makes sense because your other stuff ain't doing really anything because if it was, you would be disease free, technically, because all disease comes from a lack of some sort of vitamin or mineral, right? Almost all, about 98%. And so anyway, after a week of using this, she noticed that her aches and pains were no longer there. Within the next few months, she was able to drop 57 pounds. She's now lost 60 and looks fabulous. I mean, I look back at pictures and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you used to look like that, you know? And she's in her 60s. So that whole myth of, oh, you can't lose weight over 40, that was out the window, you know? So all these things that we're told, oh, you're too old to lose weight. Oh, your joints are going to be achy when you age, you know, oh, that's just part of aging. Like, we've all been told these things that are flat out lies. And so this has just been such an amazing impact for her nutritional support, her weight loss efforts in getting her body to do what it needed to do so that she could feel better. So let's look a little bit deeper into digestion. Dena, you want to tell us a little bit about digestion?
Yeah, so digestion, if we have poor digestion, it keeps us from absorbing the vitamins, nutrients, and minerals that we need in our body. So if we can't get the nutrients we need, it's going to throw off our weight management goals. So in addition to interfering with our weight management, poor digestion also makes it uncomfortable, makes you miserable, and it makes you difficult to exercise or be active. I mean, if you need to be 5 feet from a potty, it's really hard to go and exercise. So, you know, our digestion is really important for that. Also, typically eating healthy foods that are high in fiber and nutrients and drinking the amount of water that we need is wonderful for our digestion. So, however, sometimes we need a little extra help. So with unique chemical compounds that can help promote healthy digestion, some essential oils can be useful tools for aiding in the digestion process. So if we use some essential oils, it's going to help us benefit in digestion. And then if we have proper digestion going on, it's going to help us get the nutrients our need in our body. You know, our body can kind of hoard fat cells if it's not getting what it needs. And it's really hard then to get rid of them. So if we're getting what we need and if we're going to the bathroom like we're supposed to, we have a better way of taking care of our weight loss and having a better belly. So here's some that are really good for supporting healthy digestion: black pepper, cilantro, ginger, cardamom, cassia, cumin, fennel, peppermint, petitgrain. Those are all great oils to help us with our digestive support, whether we're taking them internally or using them externally. They're going to help us out.
So just a little side note here, there's been a handful of times where someone may say like, oh, I'm not noticing that I'm getting, you know, as much benefits as my friend over here who's getting massive benefits from their essential oils. How can I change that up? And so what I will do in that case is that tells me that their digestive system's a little on the sluggish side and their absorption might be a little bit underwhelming. And so black pepper and ginger in a capsule 3 times a day for 2 weeks usually helps to stimulate the gut. Black pepper increases your absorption ability. It stimulates gastric motility. And so it's a great way to get the gut working the way it's supposed to be working and be more effective. Ginger helps aid in digestion, boosts metabolism, is a digestive soother. So anything that's irritated, it helps to soothe. And so I like pairing the two together because it's like clean and move, clean and move, clean and move. And that's really what we want. You can do different combinations. The black pepper and the ginger, you can also use pink pepper if you have pink pepper. It does very similar things. That combination for me has been just game changer. We notice then they start really, really responding. They're getting the effects of the essential oils that they really, really want, like deeper effects and that kind of thing. So it is definitely a great combo to use for a couple of weeks. So metabolism, when we look at our metabolic rate, it can be defined as a series of chemical reactions within the body that actually break down our food, creating energy for us. So an individual's metabolism is their direct connection to their ability to manage their weight. And while the rate at which our body burns calories or uses energy, that has a lot to do with genetics. And there's still plenty that we can do to actually control how our metabolism affects our weight. So regardless of starting weight or end goals, the higher your metabolic rate, the more calories you burn per hour. And the easier it is to actually manage your weight. So you'll find that there's several different essential oils that you can use for supporting a healthy metabolism for your body. So let's look at those. We have, for supporting metabolism, we have bergamot, cassia, lime, black pepper again, grapefruit, and thyme. So you can actually use pretty much any citrus oil. When used properly, these essential oils can actually promote a very healthy metabolism. Now, I like to personally use the citrus oils first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. And why I do that, and I put them in warm water, not ever microwaved, because microwaved water will denature all the healthy benefits of your water along with your essential oils. So you don't want to damage your oil. So as hot as you can stand it out of the tap, or if you want to boil it on the stove, or if you want to make it in the coffee pot, however it is that you want to make your hot water, adding some of your citrus, your lime or your grapefruit, or even black pepper, you can put any of these in water, and then just drink that down. That helps to balance and support your natural hormones. It helps to support natural cholesterol, not only your metabolic rate, but a whole bunch of other processes as well as other digestive functionings. So you're getting everything that has to do with helping your metabolism, especially like hormones and digestion. It's going to help you benefit in that regard. So Dena, tell us a little bit about motivation and mood.
So yes, like I was talking about with my daughter and I, energy and mood is very much intertwined with weight management. When we feel sluggish or we're lacking in enthusiasm, it can be difficult to get moving and stick to a routine of regular exercises. Similarly, when we're down or we're discouraged or we're unmotivated, if we're focused on, we're just not losing weight in our belly like we wanted to, or whatever, we're just having that going. We might find it more challenging to stay committed to a meal plan or find the motivation to work out. And sometimes even care about our weight loss journey at all. Sometimes we just give up all hope and say, oh, well, I'm just going to be like this, and just, kind of throw in the towel. So when taken internally or diffused aromatically, some essential oils can give us the energizing boost we need before a workout or a long day of working toward our workout management goals. And other essential oils can uplift us, calm us, energize us, soothe our emotions, and give us that balance we need to help us keep on track with our goals and not throw in the towel like we want to do a lot of the times. So for motivation, diffusing these oils can be very uplifting and energizing. Cypress, ginger, helichrysum, peppermint, tangerine, and Siberian fir. They're all wonderful. Actually, one of my favorite things to diffuse is tangerine and Siberian fir together. They're a wonderful combination, and when I put that on, I just get happy. Like, I know if I need to clean the house or something, like those are the oils I need to go get into my diffuser, because otherwise I'm going to find 15 million things to distract me from cleaning the house. And so if they're in the diffuser, I walk by and take a whiff when I decide Netflix sounds better than scrubbing the toilet. And then I can get done what I need to get done. But definitely great when I need to clean the house. So the same goes with working out. If I'm going to go on a walk, or I said I was going to do a workout video, or whatever I said I was going to do, taking a whiff of these oils really does help. Peppermint's really good for that. Does help get you going and keeping to what you say you're going to do on that weight loss journey.
Awesome. Yeah, and exercise, when you're working towards your weight management goals, increasing your physical activity just helps to support your efforts in a great way. You are actually made to move, and not only will it be important to exercise on a regular basis, but you'll also need to take care of your body after exercising as well. So there's a rest and recovery period that happens, and along with the internal and aromatic benefits, the essential oils can actually hold a significant topical benefits as well when you are utilizing some good exercise. So there's many essential oils that can be warming or cooling and have different soothing properties when applied topically, and you can also use them as part of a regular routine, just to, like even Dena said, just to get motivated to go exercise is really sometimes the best way to utilize them. But then also keeping energetic and uplifted, keeping your mind, you know, focused, those are all great ways to help you. And so like if you're using any of these as far as like to help to soothe your muscles before or after your exercise, you're going to want to use things like cassia, lemongrass, wintergreen, frankincense, peppermint, and ylang ylang. Peppermint is phenomenal, and frankincense and peppermint are going to help really oxygenate your body better, but then also keep you more motivated, uplifted, awake, alert, energized, and really keep you getting that stamina and momentum that you're looking for. Nobody wants to poop out 5 minutes into the workout, right? You'd be like, oh, can I just take a nap on the treadmill? Nobody wants to do that. So you want to make sure that you are keeping energetic and having that stamina to get that workout done. And so then when you want to promote those feelings of clearer breathing for your exercise, maybe you tend to tighten up a little bit or struggle when the breathing gets a little bit tougher and you're really stretching your goals as far as exercise. There's been times where like I went months and months without going to the gym, and then I decided to go back to the gym, you know, and it's like couch to marathon, and you feel like, you know, oh my gosh, somebody's trying to murder me. This is not fun, you know, and you feel like, you're like, is anybody else having trouble breathing up in here? Need to call 911 because you feel that terrible. That's what you want to avoid. So utilizing some of these oils before can actually help you breathe more clearer and get more oxygen to your brain, and get more out of your workout, which is great. So cardamom, eucalyptus, tea tree, Douglas fir, lavender, and peppermint. Now, notice there's a lot of tree oils in there. We have eucalyptus, tea tree, and fir. Tree oils are all great for the lungs and helping to aid in respiratory function. So that's just kind of a little pearl there. If you're like, oh shoot, you know, all I have is Siberian fir. No worries, it's a fir. It's a tree, it's gonna help. Cypress, oh my goodness, cypress is great too. You know, so you have a lot of different choices, not limited to just the ones that are on here. Dena, you wanna tell us a little bit about the benefits of grapefruit?
Yes, grapefruit's actually one of my favorite oils. I love the smell, I love the taste. You can diffuse it and it'll help with motivation. So while you're trying to diet or whatever, it also helps crave those or stop those cravings. It helps to kind of succumb them a little bit. And internally, it helps get your metabolism going. So I love to use grapefruit in the morning when I wake up, either drop it in my mouth if I don't have time to get a glass of water heated up, or I'll heat up some water into it, or just put it in my water and drink it. But it helps lift your mood, and it tastes good, it's refreshing, gets the metabolism going, and it also helps with those cravings.
Awesome. Lime is wonderful for supporting a healthy weight, getting that metabolism back under control and supporting it. And then when you take it internally, it's also very supportive to blood sugar and cholesterol levels. So remember we had mentioned the citrus oils in water. Lime is another one that you can do in the morning with the warm water as well, which helps to maintain healthy blood sugar, and it's all the similar benefits as the other citrus oils that we mentioned before. Thyme oil is very beneficial when taken internally and may actually contribute to overall health in conjunction with a better diet and exercise regimen. So it very much so cleanses the digestive tract and the whole GI, and it's also helpful and supportive to your metabolism and weight management program as well. So lots of extra oils that you can use. Digestion. Dena, you want to tell us about digestion?
Yes. I wanted to add something about grapefruit real quick because I keep getting asked. Grapefruit, remember, it comes from the peel, so it's not from the squeezed fruit. So if your medication says that you can't have grapefruit, know that the grapefruit peel oil is different than squeezed grapefruit. So you don't need to worry about that contradiction with your medication. Okay, Digest Zen. So Digest Zen has peppermint, ginger, coriander, and fennel. It provides a healthy, natural, and gentle way to soothe an upset stomach. It's great for gastrointestinal tract. It's good for your digestive system, just maintaining that. It just helps you feel your stomach feel good so you can persevere while you're, sweating and exercising. And it also helps just helps you digest stuff. So while you're eating, your stomach's not getting angry at you.
So RN-BSN is the #2 doTERRA metabolic support oil blend. #2. Anybody know what #1 is?
I do. Who else?
I think knows. Darla, you know?
Frankincense?
Good guess. Yeah, and frankincense goes with anything and potentiates anything that you put it with. So that's a great guess. It is Slim and Sassy. So Slim and Sassy has grapefruit, lemon, ginger, peppermint, and cinnamon bark. And that blend together is known as our metabolic blend. And it helps to promote healthy metabolism in the most amazing way. It curbs hunger cravings, which definitely, I don't know about you, if you've ever tried to diet or eat cleaner before, and you turn into the ogre in the room, yeah, that is not fun, right? And you're like, you want to eat anything that doesn't eat you first. We've been there. Ever struggled with weight before, it calms your stomach down. So there's ginger, peppermint, and cinnamon bark, which all aid in calming the stomach. And then it also helps to promote a more positive mood. Like I said, nobody wants to be the ogre on the diet. And then we have, it can be taken internally before your workouts to get that revitalizing boost going. And then it can also be consumed before meals to help control your appetite and the overeating. So if you're somebody who really struggles with portion control, this is amazing. If you're someone who struggles with blood sugar balance, this is phenomenal. The cinnamon bark that's in here, the peppermint and the ginger all help to aid in healthier blood sugar balance. So it's just an overall amazing way to help balance. Now, Slim and Sassy comes in this oil form like this. So putting 3 to 5 drops in your water 3 to 5 times a day, or it comes in a soft gel. And you could do one soft gel 3 times a day as well. So you can add that to your meals before you eat, and you're going to get the amazing benefits of that. We also have something to help curb cravings. So if you're someone who likes to do smoothies or some sort of protein shake, doTERRA makes a trim shake, which is wonderful for supporting healthy metabolism as well. And it has something called Essentra Trim in it. So it really helps to stave off hunger for about 4 hours. So remember how we were talking about, you're good all day, and then all of a sudden at that peak, somewhere between 8 and 11 o'clock at night, you clean out the pantry with your face. Those would be the good times to have that trim shake. So instead of reaching for something in that pantry, you would have a trim shake instead, and that's going to control your hunger cravings. So you can use the Slim and Sassy metabolic blend, or you can use the trim shake if you really need some more substance in there, and that's going to really help your metabolism and getting control over this once and for all, which is great. Now,
I got mad at it at first because dessert would come out and I just didn't want it at all, and it looked really good. And I was like being so good about using my trim shakes and taking my Slim and Sassy. I was putting it on my tongue at lunch every day for energy. And then like dessert and bread would come out at dinner, and I didn't want it at all. And I kind of got mad because I love bread and I love dessert, but it was good. It was a good thing. But like my brain just was telling me like, nope, you just don't want that.
That's awesome. That is very cool. Wouldn't that be a horrible problem to have? I mean, yeah, that is awesome. So a lot of times we get hung up on what diet plan should I follow? Should I do keto? Should I do paleo? Should I do vegetarian? Should I be a vegan? Should I do Mediterranean? Maybe raw, maybe low carb, or, you know, no sugar. So there's over 100 different, there's over 100 different diet plans that are out there. And like we mentioned, there's no two bodies that are alike. And I'll give you a prime example. One of the chiropractors I work with, she and a friend were doing keto. And the friend was doing fabulous on the keto. She was dropping weight. She had energy. She felt great. It was just totally working for her. My chiropractor friend, she came to me. We ended up doing a food scan for her and finding out her gallbladder was not working well. She was not an ideal candidate for keto. None of the meats she could process well. She doesn't do fats very well. Well, it turns out she's an A blood type. She's had issues with her gallbladder. She may even have it. I think it might even be removed. And so I was like, well, how'd you feel on keto? She's like, I felt drained. I felt like an elephant was sitting on my stomach all day. I felt like this is a girl that does CrossFit training 5 days a week and just kills it. She runs circles around the 20-year-olds. She's like late 30s and she kills it at the gym 5 days a week. She couldn't get through her workouts. She gained weight. She felt bloated. She was just miserable, you know? And so it kind of just goes to show, you know, really creating, instead of guessing which diet or following the next fad that's out there, we can create you a customized list of which foods to eat that are right for you. It turns out that the chiropractor, she didn't do well with cheese, and that was her staple of protein in her diet. And I was like, yeah, cheese is not your friend. She's like, oh, I'm from Wisconsin. I can't give up cheese. Well, let's try it. Let's see what happens, you know? Sure enough, she dropped 13 pounds, no problem. She felt better. She had way more energy. Her skin completely cleared up. People are like, oh my gosh, your skin's glowing. You look amazing. You look younger than ever. And she's like, what? She's like, oh my gosh, I quit getting pimples, you know? And so who knew that just a couple of little minor things would be such a big, huge deal for her? And so we can look at, you know, like, is corn good for you? Is wheat good for you? Those kinds of things. So customizing your meal plan is the best way to do it. If you are someone who wants to get started, reach out to Dena or I or whoever introduced you to this video. Let us know that you would like some help in creating a plan for you. I'm going to put our phone numbers up here. I'm Dena Woulfe. Dena Adams is right there. And so we would love to help you on this weight loss journey and get you to where you want to go. One of my colleagues came to me. She wanted to lose weight, and she had been doing all kinds of salads and doing everything that she's supposed to be eating. Turns out we did her food scan and all the lettuce on the scans were negative for her. And so she's like, oh my gosh, I've been eating all the wrong foods. I'm like, you're better off with steak and potatoes. I mean, let's just change it up a little bit and see what happens. Sure enough, within the next few months, 31 pounds came off. So it is much better to eat what your body wants than it is to follow a diet plan that's designed by who knows what, for who knows what body type. So let us know if you have any questions at all. And
talking about the diet and everything, before I had my thyroid cancer, I was able go away, please. I was able to eat my salads and yogurts, and the coach actually put us on a strict diet. And in the back of my mind, at the time I only weighed, I want to say 165 pounds. Mm-hmm. And I thought I was fat. No, I look good, honey. But when they put us on that diet, I had actually gained weight. And I'm like, no, if I'm going to be gaining weight, I'm going to eat what I want. So I stood with the diet, but I also ate my pizza on the side. And I went back to 165 and nothing happened.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
Aurora, we can't hear you. Are you
I
muted?
tried the Atkins diet, the plateau diet. I tried the gallbladder diet because my gallbladder was acting funny for a while, especially during my pregnancies. I did the keto diet. The keto diet, it worked for some part, but because my body has to have those certain fruits, like the bananas, because I already have low potassium. And I can't take too much potassium medication-wise, so I get it through the bananas along with the milk. I need the calcium because I don't produce calcium. So no matter what, everything that I tried doing diet-wise, it was horrible. I wasn't able to adjust. I'm still not able to adjust to what I need to be better and to make myself feel good. That's one of my problems. I don't feel good. I don't feel, how do I say, attractive. You want to feel attractive, and I don't feel it. Go that way, please. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I said your case is very specific and unique, just with your history and all the different surgeries and that kind of stuff. So maybe we should have like a conversation about that more.
Yeah, try to look for some natural things to try that can help. So we could set up like a meeting or a talk, and help you find a path.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of questions that I would want to ask. So like maybe we could sit down and go through some of those for sure. Hopefully you can hear us. Any other questions?
Oh,
she says I can't hear anything.
Does anybody else have any questions about weight loss or anything we talked about?
She just brings up some good points. My husband just did the scan with Dena, and things that I thought that I was eating healthy and was serving him for dinner that was healthy for him are completely different for him. So I'm looking forward to do a scan also, because I'd like to see what is good for my body and for me, because the things that I was feeding him I thought were good for him and they came up bad for him. So it was nice to see.
It does make a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a friend that she's actually trying to lose weight. She's doing really, really good. Corona hit and she's like, things have been changing for me. I think and seasons change and our bodies and our needs change. And so she went ahead and did another food scan, and she's been on it now for about a week, and she's like, oh my goodness, I've already dropped 3 pounds. Like, I feel so much better. I have my energy back. Like, this is great. So it does make a humongous that are right for your body. Until we look at your scan, there's none that are too alike, just like the information that we shared. There's no two bodies that are alike. So putting a generalized like stamp here, this is a one size fits all food for you. There's not a food that's out there that is 100% good for everybody, and there's not a food out there that's 100% bad for everybody. We're told, white rice has no nutritional value, lettuce has no nutritional value, but iceberg lettuce has a ton of water in it. And some people just don't take on water very well. And so we'll see like, oh, hey, iceberg lettuce is great for you. Celery is great for you. Watermelon's great for you. Well, those are great ways to get water, in your body. And so, you just never know how your body metabolizes certain foods. If we had a little tester for everything we put in, it would be great, but we don't have that yet. So maybe we should invent. Yeah. I look forward to doing your scan too, Amber. I'm so excited. Awesome. Any other questions that we can answer for you?
Yeah, and Aurora and anyone else, we'd love to set up a time to talk and go through personal, questions and try to figure out a best plan for your body and, what's happening. Just let us know. We'd gladly do that. Or anybody else.
I would definitely like that. I would definitely like that.
Okay, we'll definitely do that.
Who's that, Darla?
Who's that?
So they would like to meet with you separately because you have some unique circumstances with surgeries and such.
Oh, that's Aurora.
Gotcha. I was like, who's they?
Don't hear us, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and then Monica asked, what was the oil combined with ginger do you use? It's black pepper. You're welcome. Awesome. All right, ladies. We have our business class in 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and